Alright, so this is how today played out. So I just arrived in Fukuoka. It has been something like 14 years since the last time that I was here, so needless to say, I'm pretty happy to be here. I have brought my shamisen because I am here for not one, but two shamisen performances, and as I promised, bringing you guys along for the trip. Now it's time to grab my shamisen and go check out the place that I'm gonna be playing tomorrow. Definitely underdressed. It's just a sound check anyway. Oh, hey. Shamisen is set up, time for a sound check. Alright, all finished up. Sound check went well. The people with this company are really nice and the view here is beautiful. Look at this. But it's time to head back to the hotel and get the shamisen ready for tomorrow because it needs brand new strings before each performance and they take a little while to settle. Now I'd love to be able to bring you guys along to the actual performance itself, but you know, corporate performances being what they are, I can't exactly invite you guys to come along, but if I do have any public performances anywhere in Japan, obviously I will be sure to let you know. I made it back just in time too because it started spitting outside and the shamisen doesn't do so well with water. I was gonna say I'll show you the view, but the windows are atrocious. They're just let me focus in on it. Look at that. Ugh. I always say it, but if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'm still having a pretty good day. All right, I'm gonna get some work done. Morning guys, it's just before 10 a.m. The hotel is in absolute disarray and I am heading out now. Stayed up pretty late editing a video last night, so lots of, well, coffee. Got my own little room too. This particular performance is somewhat special because this is actually the longest performance I've ever been contracted for. The better part of an hour. I don't know why, but last night I had this awful dream that part of my shamisen broke, and while it is technically repairable, it'll never have the same sound again. So once a shamisen breaks or part of it breaks, that's the end of it right there. My heart's racing now just thinking about that dream. That was a nightmare. We'll call it a nightmare. If you will, but the first layer of kimono always makes me feel very Luke Skywalker. Alright, all things considered, I think I'm just gonna turn off the camera for now, get into focus mode, and I will see you guys. All finished out and out for dinner now. This is Nobuhiko and this is Yoshito, and these gentlemen are the entire reason that I am here in Fukuoka right now. This kind gentleman right here watched me on TV and decided we have to have him out. So because of that, basically everything that's happened in the last couple of months has happened, so thank you. One of the biggest reasons that I decided to get a new shamisen was for this specific job, for the Fukuoka job, because I knew I was gonna have to come here via airplane. And so I was going to need a shamisen that could break down into 3 pieces. And so if it wasn't for this job, probably next to none of the shamisen content that I've done in the last 6 months would have made its way onto the channel. So I have a great deal of gratitude for this specific job. Before I turn in for the night, let's take a little bit of a night walk. Fukuoka's nightlife is definitely interesting. I don't actually remember that much about Fukuoka at all, which is one of the reasons I record everything, because it's so easy to forget. But this is quite the place to be, and I can see why people love it so much. And there's something over here that I think I remember. I feel like I have a memory of sitting in these chairs here and watching a child jump around in this water here and getting in trouble from his mother like 14 years ago. I've got to get back to that series of me revisiting my first trip to Japan. It's getting pretty late and I have another performance first thing tomorrow morning, so we should head back. I gotta say, the one thing I'm really impressed by here in Fukuoka is the fact that it is almost midnight. There are so many people out. The nightlife scene here in Fukuoka is surprisingly a little more alive than it is in Tokyo. Anyway, we're almost back at the hotel, so let's turn in for the night. Alright, just finished up with day 2 of the performance. Today's performance went way better than yesterday's. It was a ton of fun. Gotta go check into my next hotel and head out for dinner. There we go, check-in done. Not a terrible room considering it was like, this is a $30 room. Like, this room cost me absolutely nothing. All right, we gotta get going, let's go. This train station is so quiet. Good morning, guys. So, shortly after I got to the station yesterday, this happened. That right there is my favorite vlogging lens. This thing has been with me all over the world, and I think that yesterday was its final day. Long story short, the camera got knocked out of my hand and the lens took the bulk of the damage. Luckily, when I travel for big projects, I carry an extra lens with me. The only issue is that it's like a super wide, like look how small my head got. It's a really, also, this lens was beautiful with low light. Anyway, but oddly enough, despite all of that, yesterday was a really good day. Like, I had a great day yesterday. Like, my Shamisen performance that I did yesterday was way better than the one before. And then last night I went up to some friend's place for dinner and just video games. I can't remember the last time that I just kicked back and had a game night. And I learned a couple things, like for example, while in Tokyo, Amazon Prime has next day or sometimes even same day delivery, out here in Kyushu, it is not an option. It's like the earliest delivery was like 4 days from now. So Amazon priming a new lens to myself right away was just not in the cards. 2 years ago, something like this would have absolutely ruined my day. It might have ruined my week, because lenses, they're not cheap. It's not like there's like a little lens tree where you can just pick, no, there's. But I just wanted to see if I could turn this into an exercise of positive thinking and hopefully break a habit that has derailed more than one day or week or whatever of my life and stay on track. So this lens right here is gonna get shelved and we've gotta find a new one over the next week or so. Also, a little bit of a fun fact, I always carry a little chapstick wrapped in gaff tape. So I was able to just tape up the lens just like that and we're good to go. But before we get too deeply into the day, I need coffee because the hotel didn't have coffee. Yep, that'll do. The coffee's always good. I don't really have any major plans for today, but A, we gotta grab some food, and B, we gotta get to Beppu later on. And you know what, since I'm in Fukuoka anyway, I'm gonna reach out to one of my friends and see if he's available. I haven't seen him in years. I actually lived with his family for a short period back in 2005. Here we go. Mail sent. Let's go grab some food. One of my favorite ramen shops in all of Japan is Ichiran. And their main shop is actually right here in Fukuoka. So. Alright guys, this is Keisuke. I lived with Keisuke's family a little bit back in 2005. We're having coffee and we're enjoying it. I'm gonna focus on this and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. On our way to Beppu now. Loud train. Look at those mountains. Woo. Times like this that I really wish I hadn't broken my lens. Almost at the hotel. A quick run to the convenience store to grab some food. And we are settled in Beppu. I got graced with one of the most beautiful sunsets I have seen in a while on arriving here, and admittedly today has been just a little more challenging due to the lack of my lens. But it's at this point that I kind of want to ask you guys a question. Have you ever lost or destroyed something that you needed or loved, kind of in the way that I did with that lens? And if so, how did you handle it? Were you more like the old me and let it completely destroy your day and or week? Or are you naturally just more like the me that I'm trying to be and err more on the side of positivity? Let me know. Let's hang out down in the comments. Anyway, this adventure is really just getting started. If this gave you absolutely any value at all, it would mean the world to me if you guys would give that like button some love. If you're new to the channel, I'd say subscribe, but maybe go check out one or two other videos. I'll link some stuff at the end. Leave me a trail of comments so I can see where you have been. I hope that your day is beautiful, and you guys know I will see you again real soon.